One of the first questions to be answered when you start a new project is, what are the system of units? It seems to be a thumb question, but it isn't, because when we are dealing with liquids or when we are dealing with gases, it can do a lot of differences. Imagine that in a globalized way or in a global world, you can be in India and doing projects for Europe or South America, or you can be in Brazil like I am and doing projects for Asia, North America, Europe, and etc. And each country usually has its own units, official system of units. For instance, in America, most often they use the imperial numbers, imperial system of units. In Brazil, we use the international system of units. So I am familiar with meters, kilogram, Celsius degree, and others derivatives from this kind of system of units. So today I was in a meeting with a supplier from US, and I asked him about the weather, how it was the weather in the USA, and he told me that the weather was around 32 Fahrenheit. And Fahrenheit is not my usual way of thinking. I think in Celsius degree. So I took some time to do the conversion in my mind that it is around 0 Celsius degree. And it was easier to do this kind of conversion because 32 Fahrenheit is well known. 32, 212 Fahrenheit are the limits of the 0 and 100 Celsius degrees. So it was easier to convert that. But if you need to deal with another system of units, it's important that you set your process simulation according to that, in order that you avoid to do this kind of a conversation into your mind or in spreadsheets. Every time that you start a new project, try to use the system of units of your customer, of your client, and not the one that you are familiar with. Why it's better to proceed this way? It's better to proceed this way because the contract will be made based on the customer requirements, and you need to guarantee the customer requirements. Some companies, for instance, use bar G as the standard system of units, while other companies uses kgf per centimeter square. They are quite the same, but depending on how much is the value, as you increase the values, the difference between both of them gets larger. So it's important to you use the system of units of your customer, or eventually use the worst case. But to make sure that everything will be okay, use of your customer.